Hi soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what is your subconscious mind hiding. I really found this topic to be very interesting. I found it on a channel called Soul Venusian Tarot, and thought why not do this topic for you guys here today. So to do this we are going to be picking out 3 piles together. And so I see pile 1 and 2 already pop, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Let's find out what these chosen piles are. So for pile number 1, you have Bracken. I hope you can see that. Yeah, there you go. For pile number 2, you have Buttercup. And for pile number 3, you have Mandrake. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to. And that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, and as I always say, if you even feel drawn to all of the piles, you can definitely do that. Trust your intuition. It will always guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen the beautiful Bracken here. There. We'll talk more about it in a second, but let's first unveil your cards and find out exactly what your subconscious mind is hiding. So what is pile number 1's subconscious mind hiding, please? Interesting. When we're talking about it hiding something, it's definitely hiding something, because what the Bracken here is all about invisibility, and we'll talk about that in a second. And you also see someone hiding in a room. We'll get to it in a second. So let's take out your last oracle card for this reading. What is your subconscious mind hiding? What is your subconscious mind hiding? Pile number 1. See this one peeping out. Interesting. You have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. So there is a certain idea, what I'm gathering here, in your mind, that you're detaching yourself from perhaps a certain memory or a certain situation that happened that you're avoiding and detaching yourself from completely, but it is having an invisible effect in your life somehow. Let's find out more about that, pile number 1. This is really interesting. So can we kindly know, what is pile number 1's subconscious mind hiding, please? What is pile number 1's subconscious mind hiding? What is pile number 1's subconscious mind hiding? Okay, so pile number 1, you have the 8 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Swords. The 8 of Wands. The King of Cups. And the King of Wands. What is your subconscious mind hiding, pile number 1? So pile number 1, what your subconscious mind is hiding you, to protect you in general, the Four of Swords here, to protect you from the world, to protect you from harm, to protect you. It thinks that you being on the outside is going to be dangerous for you. So it's trying to pull you away from the people and from the world, to detach you from the world. And it thinks this way, that it's really protecting you, but really, in fact, it's keeping you stuck. And you can really see this potent energy here in the Bracken, because they say that the mystical golden fern seed grants you invisibility. Now, of course, the actual existence of this fern seed has never been proven, but it's still a very mystical, mysterious plant. It's like full of secrets, this fern. And so really what I'm seeing here with invisibility, detachment, the Four of Swords is this idea of being kept protected from the world. Even your Eight of Pentacles, you do see here your subconscious mind making you work on your own with the Eight of Pentacles, and there's nothing wrong with working on your own at all. It helps you concentrate. It's a wonderful thing. But I see the real reason here is that your subconscious mind is really trying to make you detached from the world. Now, the 11th house, part of the 11th house has to do with your fame in the world, with your business, friends, social circle, like-minded people. And you do see here your subconscious mind hiding you from all of that. And really what I'm seeing here in your main oracle card, the idea or the advice from Spirit to say hello to opportunities. And often when we say hello, we show our good intentions, we show our acceptance. And so when unexpected events and opportunities come into your life, don't fear them. I do see the advice here of looking straight at it and saying hello, and not being afraid to exude power, and to realize that maybe your subconscious mind thinks it's doing the right thing for you. It's protecting you. Take the time that you need to heal, but also don't let yourself be invisible here. Don't let your subconscious mind lead you to that pile number 1, because you see very significant cards here. You see the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Wands. And it's really showing that it's halting your progress in life. It's halting your velocity, your movement. It's holding your experiences with other people. Do you see? It's like your subconscious mind is pushing you away from travel and experiencing the world and having friends and exciting experiences that you would love, just to protect you. With the blue dress here, it's like emotions. It's acting like water. And it's like, no, take my emotions out of all of these things, because I need to feel protected. And while it feels good to be taken away, to detach, you have to realize that it's your subconscious mind trying to protect you, but it may not always see it in the right manner. And we have to have control here of not being persuaded fully by how we feel, but taking control, claiming back our power, and realizing when we need to rest and when it's time for us to bring ourselves out a little bit and say hello to opportunities and say hello to the outside world, little by little. Pile number 1. Seeing this Four of Swords, it's slowly but surely isolating you into a small world where it might not be healthy for you later on, because you do see here it will start making you see the world from your own point of view constantly, blocking your progress to see things from a wider perspective. It's going to, by time, isolate your thoughts and isolate your visions. Because with Venus in Aquarius, you do seem like a very progressive, smart person. And so isolating yourself this way is really hindering your mental growth in general, creating this bubble that's comfortable, but is not allowing you to grow mentally with the Four of Swords, and that there's so much more potential on the outside where you can heal by claiming your power, by not letting your emotions drag you, but by standing there and exuding power and not being afraid of experiences, to experience it a little bit, go back home, learn from it, and come back out again. Experience it, put your learnings in. This cycle of experiencing and going back, experiencing and going back to reflect will really help you grow. And so I really do see Spirit telling you to not let yourself fade into being invisible and not to detach to this extent, that it's very important for you to experience your growth mentally, emotionally, and even in terms of pursuing your goals and your dreams. Pile number 1. I'm now going to be pulling out another deck, and I'm going to be asking exactly what your advice is. How can you overcome this? How can pile number 1 heal and overcome this, please? How can pile number 1 heal and overcome this, please? The first card that seems to have sprung out is the Three of Cups, really urging you to first and foremost mingle and flirt with the idea of accepting the fact that you might want to go out a little bit into the world and meet other people and have fun with them. With the Three of Cups specifically here, you do see someone who is having fun with their own soul team, with their own tribe. So by doing welcoming activities that speak to your heart, that are interesting to you, you will find like-minded people that you will enjoy your time with. Pile number 1. You have the Six of Wands with victory. Yeah. Climbing your way out of it slowly. With this specific Six of Wands, I'm really seeing, you do see some people who have already climbed this ladder, are very successful at presenting themselves. You almost see someone on a podium. I'm seeing here the advice of taking it slowly, not comparing your level to other people's level. Always remember that we are all at certain levels in life, in everything, and we should take it slowly with ourselves. And most important thing is that we progress every day by taking action. And as we take action every day, the more we take action, the more we learn and the more we progress in that skill that we want, because every skill in the world is learnable. Okay? You also have the Queen of Wands. I see. Interesting Queen of Wands here. The Five of Wands. It's the same woman depicted in this card with very close messages. Do you see? Okay. And you have the Eight of Pentacles. Now taking the Eight of Pentacles from the shadow into the light. So what I'm seeing here with the Queen of Wands and the Five of Wands is to learn slowly to build boundaries. So instead of being afraid of the outside world, being afraid that it's going to burn somehow or hurt you, I'm really seeing the message of being confident and learning to build boundaries. And this will only happen through this cycle of welcoming new opportunities, of seeing what happens and going back to reflect on them. This way, you'll grow little by little and you'll understand how to behave to build these boundaries, that it's not just a reactive thing, that it's an attitude that you exude from the very beginning. You'll learn how to build your character and make it stronger in this area, so that you do not allow people to disrespect you from the very beginning. And if they do with the Five of Wands, you will learn how to stop them and put them in their place in the area that they've disrespected you. Pile number 1. I also see a strong advice from Spirit here to start mingling in the world in the areas that you are comfortable in, by doing activities with the Eight of Pentacles. So if you're really comfortable with your job, you feel like you have a good handle of it, try to start mingling with people in that area, so that you're not totally focused on the things that are worrying you, but you're mostly here interacting in the activity that you are good at. Or maybe you want to learn a specific activity that is enjoyable for you, like pottery or music or yoga or taking classes, some activity that is interesting for you, that you genuinely want to learn and grow at, and take it as an opportunity to mingle with others, so that you're not entirely focused on the mingling process. You feel a bit of comfort, and at the same time you're all together involved in an activity where you can grow and get to know each other better. Pile number 1. This way you really help yourself heal from this unseen subconscious behavior that's keeping you away from the world. It's going to help you succeed in it only when you welcome opportunities in, when you say, hello, welcome new opportunity, I will take this chance. If you feel uncomfortable, you can always go back home, let go of it, and find something else. And through this testing and trial, you'll find your tribe, you'll succeed at healing this part, and you will learn, most importantly, to create strong boundaries, to build this strength in you, to claim your power, to learn how to do it. You can only learn if you're going out and about, learning more about it, so that you can heal from this past unconscious experience that your brain is now protecting the world, protecting you from in the world, so that you don't re-experience it again. So all the best of luck, my dear pile number 1. It was so enjoyable doing your reading for you. I know you're gonna do great. That's why you're hearing your message. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you've chosen this beautiful Buttercup. And let's take a look at your cards and find out exactly what your subconscious mind is hiding. So to do this reading, we are going to be using these 2 oracle cards, and then we'll be using this tarot deck. Let's find out, what is your subconscious mind hiding from you, pile number 2? What is your subconscious mind hiding? So you have, oh, interesting. All right. Really interesting. Okay, I'm going to keep it there for now, and let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So, what is your subconscious mind hiding, pile number 2? What is your subconscious mind hiding? So you have Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. Okay, right, okay. Right. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and find out what is your subconscious mind hiding. Pile number 2. What is your subconscious mind hiding? So you have, okay, you have the High Priestess. You have the Queen of Cups, sorry, the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Hanged Man. The Magician. And you have the Knight of Wands. Apologies, you have the Page of Wands. What I see your subconscious mind hiding, pile number 2, is an old, scary experience that happened obviously during childhood. And it resulted in you feeling a little bit afraid of rejection. Pile number 2. And so this really pushes you to do some extreme things sometimes. I'll tell you what I mean here, or change who you are sometimes in order to avoid this big fear of being rejected. With the Buttercup here, legend has it that's a really nice story with the Buttercup. A Persian prince once fell in love with a beautiful nymph, and so he was so taken aback by how beautiful she is, and so he entertained her with music day and night, all day and night long. And so at some point, this nymph got so frustrated and fed up and felt like it was so noisy that she turned this prince into a buttercup, just to simply silence him. And that's really what I'm seeing here. I'm really seeing that your subconscious mind is taking extreme measures to sometimes silence who you really are, to not show who your real authentic self here. With the High Priestess here and the Queen of Pentacles, you are meant to be someone who shines, someone who has high authority, someone who's supposed to do special things in life, especially with the High Priestess and in conjunction with the Queen of Pentacles. There's so much potential in you. But because your subconscious mind is protecting you from a big fear, it's not allowing you to progress and to be who you want to be. And you're afraid of being silenced or afraid of not being accepted for who you are. And that's not your fault at all, pile number 2. There has been an extreme situation in your life as a child that really scared you. You were innocent, feeling safe, and it really scared you there. And it hindered you from showing who you really are. In fact, with the Hanged Man, it halted your progress, which is still there for you to claim any time that you want. There's no time frame for that. It's ready to come into the light. But it's at the moment being paused, being halted is what I want to say, by the fear of, with the Page of Wands, the fear of being ruled out or spoken to unkindly, or judged, or any of the things that would trigger an old fear that happened. And so sometimes you may over entertain or over entertain in order not to be rejected, sometimes to an extent where you may feel like you've lost yourself in the process. You had to try to fit in, try to match your environment with their thoughts and how they look and everything, so that you don't experience this pain. Pile number 2, I'm so sorry. I feel for you. I know how painful this could be. But here is a reading to empower you. And I'm going to make sure I take your cards and ask for Spirit's advice on exactly what you can do to heal from that easily. Remember, pile number 2, all skills are learnable. And no one is ever stuck in something. In fact, I'm not telling you this to feel better. I'm really showing it to you here with the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles in your shadow. This really shows that you're someone who has the potential to shine, to show their independence and strength. Someone who's wise, who people would love to listen to with the High Priestess. And this only needs to come into the light. And that's what we're going to check in your reading exactly today. In fact, with the Magician here, it really shows that you are someone who's meant to shine, who's magical, who has the skills to do it. And the more you try to fit in, the more you're imprisoning yourself here. Pile number 2. And that it's time for you to bring yourself out and not be afraid. Let's find out together what your advice is and how you can do that. And how you can heal that. Pile number 2. The fact that you're listening to this reading shows your growth mindset, shows that you're willing to grow and become stronger. And kudos to you for that, pile number 2. So much respect for you. So let's find out exactly what your Spirit's advice is to you, what Spirit's advice is to you in order to heal and reach your full potential. Pile number 2. So how can pile number 2 heal, please? Okay, let's find out together. So you have, the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. The Page of Swords. I feel like it's related to that. I'll come back to it in a second. You have the 8 of Swords. Okay. And it's right under the Hanged Man. How fitting. You have the Moon. And you have the Lover's card. It's so interesting how this Lover's card has the word for sale in it. And we're going to talk about that in a second. It's like your cards found your way to you, pile number 2. Unbelievable. It's really also interesting how the Wheel of Fortune is right in conjunction with the High Priestess. The first thing that I want to tell you, pile number 2, is with the High Priestess in your shadow, obviously you're a highly spiritual person, a very magical person by nature. And there is no way you don't know that, pile number 2. And so what I'm seeing here with the Wheel of Fortune, that with all this magic that you have within, by simply setting the intention, you will really be coming out of it. And the reason I'm sure about that is because you have the 8 of Swords here. Do you see? The 8 of Swords here is presented by someone who thinks that they're stuck and they have a lot of sigils around them and a lot of books about Wicca, and it's like, this is someone who decided there is nothing in their hands to do because fate has decided that on them, because magic has decided that on them, because the circumstances have decided that on them, and that it's too late now, that there's absolutely nothing that they can do. And this is far from your personal reality, pile number 2. In fact, it's so far you'd almost want to put your hands on your face. You have the high priestess and the magician in your shadow. You are a magical being. There's no question about it. And I'm really seeing here, because, look, pile number 2. The reason you're so special here is because you're so in touch with spirituality, with your soul, with source, with God, with the universe. You're good at manifesting, and you know it. You're good at seeing signs. You have strong intuition. And while all human beings in the world are magical in essence, everyone has the capability to connect to source and to get in touch with their psychic powers. Some are naturally very connected to it than others. It doesn't take them effort. You know how someone is naturally talented in drawing and others have to learn it. And so this is something that you're very in touch with. And so you're capable of reaching your gnosis state very easily. This is the state where when you meditate, this is the magical state where you feel bliss. Everything shuts off. And that blissful state is where you can put the seeds of your dream, drawing your future forward into the present, living it, and manifesting exactly what you want. And so, you know what? The only thing that ruins that process, this manifestation process, is the conscious vibration. When you obsess about these thoughts and you think about it too much and you obsess about having it, this interferes in our manifestation. And what I'm seeing here is that you're naturally a person who's capable of showing their power. So don't overthink with negative thoughts like, no, I can't do it. No, it's gonna go bad. You're a great manifester. And so with this great power, I'm seeing the advice of using it because you will have great fortune. Just believe, pile number 2, that you can do it and you can get out and present yourself for who you truly are. And decide here with the Page of Swords that you are going to fly and present yourself with the way that you are. If people like it, then they're welcome to join you in this growth journey. If they don't, the easiest and best thing to do here with the 8 of Swords is to cut them off. No one is worth you being stuck in yourself and not living your true authentic self. For sale here with the Lovers, I'm seeing the message of loving yourself and selling away anyone who does not respect you for who you are, who does not make you feel home, which means doesn't allow you to claim yourself, to live your authentic self. Pile number 2. And so to shamelessly be who you are, say what you want, because you're a very wise person with the High Priestess here. You're someone who's meant to shine. And if anyone is uncomfortable with that, it is their problem. They're not part of your growth, and that you are never stuck. It's time for you to take yourself out of this pause and to show who you are. Listen, pile number 2. You are someone who's supposed to shine with the Queen of Pentacles. You're someone who's very special, someone who's independent in their own right. And so it's time for you to live this power, this independence, this confidence, and to be nice to people, but to not let them make you lose who you are ever again. And to take away anyone who's not happy and comfortable with your growth. Pile number 2. use that magic, that strong power that you have to believe 100% that you can do it without being afraid, that you're going to push away your fears, claim your power, exude power, and use that mask for power to show your power until you heal and grow, and not use a mask to blend in. Pile number 2. So that was your message. I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. I know you're going to do it. That's why you heard this message. Pile number 2. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen this beautiful Mandrake. So in a moment, we are going to be analyzing your cards. But first, let's pick out your cards together. So let's shuffle with intention. What is your subconscious mind hiding? What is your subconscious mind hiding? Actually, I see 2. I wasn't planning on 2 at all, but it seems like we need 2 in this pile. So this is the first picture that we see here. Interesting. They both have the same message here of lack of progress somehow in something. Okay, not that you are have lack of growth. I'll tell you what your mind is hiding in a second. How about we put this here since we have 2, right? What is this one? Again, having big dreams, but being a bit isolated, perhaps. Let's see. Pile number 3. What it is exactly that your subconscious mind is hiding. We'll find out. So, what is your subconscious mind hiding? Pile number 3. What is your subconscious mind hiding? 2 again. Okay. So you have Mercury in Libra with influence. And you have Mars in Capricorn with authority. Interesting cards. Okay, now it's time for your tarot cards. And let's get more information. What is your subconscious mind hiding? What is pile number 3's subconscious mind hiding, please? What is pile number 3's subconscious mind hiding? I don't know why I'm hearing past lives. It's not really fitting in the reading, but I keep hearing past lives, past lives. We'll find out. I almost didn't want to say it, but it was urging me to. So, you have the 5 of Wands. It might pop up in the reading. We'll find out. Or it might have a metaphoric meaning. So, you have the 5 of Wands. You have the Devil. The 7 of Cups. The Hanged Man. And the 6 of Pentacles. Interesting. Pile number 3. What I'm seeing here in your pile is what your subconscious mind is hiding is fear of failure, fear of not achieving, fear of blaming yourself when you haven't achieved. And this is really causing halt in your progress in general in life, because it's either you succeed straight away, or it's like there's almost a memory of past misconception, perhaps an old childhood misconception of parents who wanted you to be good so far, but with the devil's card maybe have done it the wrong way, or as according to what they thought was right, or a teacher perhaps that tagged students with, oh, you're not fast enough, you're not good enough, if you don't do it that quickly, if you don't do it right the first time, then you're not good enough. And so you do see here a lot of cards showing fear of being perceived as tagging yourself as have failed, or haven't done something right, or not being able to achieve what you want. You almost see the devil here bringing its tongue out, going la 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 la. There is this sound from childhood unconsciously that is affecting you some way, halting your progress with the Hanged Man here, making you afraid of appearing as having failed. And you do see these voices popping up with the Seven of Cups everywhere. No, don't do that because you fail, or you haven't done it as quickly enough as people, then you're not successful. Especially with the Mandrake. Because the Mandrake, whether used for magical or medicinal purposes, it takes around 3 years to reach its full potency, even though it's been valued for thousands of years by those who grow it. Yet, like we said, it takes 3 years to reach its full potential. So it's very much respected, and you do see here with authority and influence, you are someone naturally gifted to achieve a lot of things. And these gifts, these powers of yours are held in a tower unconsciously in your mind, being kept from being presented to the world. All these huge achievements in your shadow that haven't come out into the light, because you may unconsciously tag yourself with not being a successful person, even though it's far from the truth. I mean, far from the truth. But because voices with the Five of Wands here, with the Five of Wands, with the Devil, and the Seven of Cups, there are so many voices interfering, creating this snake-like influence very quickly before you get the chance to reach your potential. And remember, it's not about the number of trials or the number or the amount of time taken to create success, because a lot of the successes that we respect and talk about are successes that have happened with people after they have passed a long time in life. I mean, even Einstein used to be ridiculed by his math teacher. Come on. So it is not about the amount of time or the number of times that we try. It's the fact that we have the potential, just like the Mandrake, to become something amazing. And this is what's lying in your shadow, pile number 3. It's waiting for you to take it out. And so you may want to heal this by giving yourself the chance kindly to try things again and again and again, without giving yourself any blames or any tags for it not succeeding. Because remember, the fastest way to succeed, unfortunately and ironically, is to fail. And we have to go through failure. It's an integral part of success. And the only time you fail is when you truly decide that you're not going to benefit from the lessons that of the failures that you've been through. the things that you failed at, and decide that it's a final failure. That is when you may have failed. But to decide to take feedback from every step, that's how we grow the whole world. That's how we solve math. That's how we solve physics. That's how we invent things. We keep trying until we find the right one that works. And this is what the success story is all about. It's not about doing it the first time and succeeding. And I see here Spirit giving you the message or the advice of giving yourself the chance to do things without labels. Wouldn't treat yourself like a loving mother or a loving teacher. What type of teacher do you want? The one who encourages you until you reach your full potential by kindly telling you to try again, giving you another chance, not bullying you or blaming you for not doing things right, but being patient and smiling, knowing that you will find your way. And that is the sort of the opposite energy of the devil, taking it from the shadow into the light, being your own kind mother, godmother, angel, who guides herself into success without having to wish that circumstances were all under control the way that you want exactly. Do you see how with the Six of Pentacles here, in order for this person to get what they want, which is the Six of Pentacles, to get back what they want or what they're wishing for, they kind of want all the circumstances to be under their own control. And that's not going to happen. That's not life. And so that's not the healthy way to look at it. And so the right way is to let life be and learn, and allow ourselves to learn from life, to see how life functions, to learn from life and to beat it, to do the right thing. And when we say you have a lot of potential, pile number 4, you have Mars in Capricorn. Capricorn is someone who perseveres, makes sure that they attend to their goals and reach their goals by working very hard and trying again and again and again and again until they make it. And that's why you have authority here, someone who's in command of their dreams and their lives. And that's the sort of advice that I see here Spirit has for you, pile number 3. In fact, I'm going to be pulling out tarot cards. Your reading is really exciting me. I know you're going to come out of it very easily. It's all a decision and deciding to try again and again and again, just like the Mandrake that you intuitively picked. Because once you grow, you're going to be respected, and maybe you may even present work that will be respected for thousands of years, just like we've respected Mandrake for thousands of years. Pile number 3, meaning that you may do something that will help a lot of people, and you will be remembered for it for a very, very long time. So let's find out together what Spirit's advice is for you, pile number 3. So you have the Devil in conjunction with the Devil. Wow. You have the King of Swords. It's like straight away I'm seeing here that the world isn't standing in your way. It's you standing in your way, being tempted to these thoughts, attending to these thoughts. You have the King of Swords. You have the 10 of Swords. Do you see how special this 10 of Swords is? No matter what happens, this person is standing there nonchalant, letting the past in the past, and looking forwards towards the future, opening up her window and looking at the horizon, making sure she learns from the lessons and moves ahead. In this 10 of Swords, she's standing up straight, confident, and looking ahead and not looking back. Pile number 3. And you have this 4 of Swords. Lovely. Do you see this 4 of Swords? Someone who is in their office, working, but having fun at the same time, having a blast. Is not someone who's complaining being in the office, being too stuck trying to control circumstances, but enjoying the journey. It doesn't matter when it happens. Of course, you work hard and try to make sure that it happens quickly. But if it doesn't, this person is enjoying their journey because they know they're going to succeed. They love the process of learning, and they're not just too stuck on the results. They're not taking it too seriously by blaming themselves and blaming others. They're okay with the process, letting it take its course, learning from it, and trying again as long as you're growing. And with the King of Swords appearing in your reading, it's a very important card here. The King of Swords is someone who's very discerning, who studies the situation, who learns from it, who grows from it. You see, they're in a meeting here with a lot of charts, seeing where they grew, where their sales grew, what kind of products didn't sell, what went right and what went wrong, taking notes to improve. And that is what the biggest advice for your reading here is instead of being tempted by old thoughts that may have come from people who didn't know better in the past. Now it's time to shift your perspective, pile number 3, into more discerning thoughts, more empowering thoughts, so that you can bring out that. That's why you got 2 cards in every card nearly. When I was planning to have 1, because every card that came out showed the opposite, that you have the potential to grow and rise and not stand in your way. If you feel like these thoughts are influencing you, then you do like the Mars and Capricorn. Take command of your own life and make sure you learn from these things that didn't work, and to try again and again until you make it right. And that's what the King of Swords centering your reading is all about. Instead of being surrounded by thoughts of, oh, you did this wrong and this wrong, and you can't do this and you can't do that, you rather replace it with more discerning and sound thoughts like, what did I do right? Wonderful, I'm going to keep doing that. What did I do wrong so that I can improve it the next time? How can I learn from that experience so that I become a better version of myself? That I can improve my service, that I can improve my product, that I can improve my studies, and not be afraid of hearing feedback. Because when we hear feedback, they have tagged the process, not you. They've tagged and graded a process, and we all get our processes graded so that we can take back the feedback, improve ourselves, and build a better service, product, or exam paper. How many times did we fail at an exam and decided we study better and aced it? Does it mean that the student was a failure? That's the wrong way to look at it. That's from the shadowy side. It means that the studying was a failure, not us. And it means that we need to take this feedback and think about it. So if the studying was a failure, what do I need to do next time? I need to plan my day better. I need to divide my studying books or studying subjects and make sure that I study a piece every day and comfortably until at the end of the week I have studied exactly what I need. I've understood what I want because I've taken the time to study it, go back to the test and ace it. So this way we succeed because we're grading our success, we're grading our efforts, not ourselves. We are away from that grading system. Everything else is feedback around us so that we can take this feedback and improve. And that's the advice that I see here from Spirit, pile number 3. And I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. May you reach all these amazing things with the Mars and Capricorn showing here, reaching great miles in life, reaching great heights. Pile number 3. So that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.